Hey everybody, Ken Coleman back with you again for another edition of Backseat Driver. It's July, and that means it's America's birthday month. I can't think of a better car to take our guest out in than this 72 Chevelle. Hey Lee.
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for doing this.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right, now, take a look at the car. What do you think?
It's awesome. It's a muscle car.
In the backseat today is American icon Lee Greenwood. Lee has 16 #1 hits, including the classic God Bless the USA. He's a friend of Dave's, a true storyteller, and a blast to hang out with. So Lee, I gotta ask you, what was your first car?
1955 Chevrolet four-door. It was two-tone green. And let me tell you, I got it right as I left high school. My grandparents bought it for me as I left for Reno, Nevada. And there was a guy, obviously drunk, but he had this like box in his hand, and he said, hey, I'll paint something on your car if you want. And I'm like, okay, cool. He said, what do you want? I said, Flying Tiger, $5.
Wow, why a Flying Tiger?
I don't know.
I would love to know how an LA kid becomes a country music icon.
You know, my father joined the Navy in World War II right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And my mother was really upset with that. She felt desertion, so she divorced him. So in order to have my mother have a life, she shipped us to the farm in Sacramento with my grandparents. We had a spinet piano in our farmhouse, and it was the instrument my mother played. In the evening, I was allowed to sit and play the piano in the dark. My grandmother, smart enough, I don't want you looking at the keys, I want you listening to the keys. So I developed a lot of ear training by playing in the dark. So I played piano for a couple of years, and at the same time I developed a baseball career and a music career.
Wow.
I was scouted by the Dodgers, and as I was leaving high school, I just thought, I'm just too small, ain't gonna happen for me. And music was already taking over my life. I left for Reno right out of high school and didn't even go to my graduation.
So I'm excited about this children's book. I got it right here. This is cool stuff. I know you're proud of it. Talk about it.
You know, because of the success of the song God Bless the USA, which I wrote in 1983 on the back of my bus, I just didn't think that, looking back, people really needed the kind of reinforcement like we had with our children. Kim and I read to our two young boys, who are now 20 and 16, every single night. We never really read them anything about the United States of America and what it means to be a patriot, how important it is to honor the red, white, and blue and what it stands for, and that is the freedom of our country. It is so important to teach that lesson early.
I want to know what's going through your head in that moment. You're in the back of the bus and you start penning this song.
We were writing so much music, this wasn't even designated as a single. This was an album filler. And so I have the cassette in my pocket. So I asked my driver, I said, where does Irving Azoff live? Irving Azoff was the president of Universal,
right,
that controlled all Universal Music and the Nashville label. And the driver says, in between Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond in Hollywood. And I said, take me there. It's Halloween night. So I drive our limo right up to Irving Azoff's house. He's standing in the doorway with the three children dressed as bumblebees. And I walk over to him standing in the doorway, and I pull out the cassette tape in the other. What do you think I said? Trick or treat.
What was his response?
He said, who are you? I give him the cassette, takes it over, sticks it in the cassette player, and plays it. He said, are you scheduled for the album? I said, ready for release. He said, bring it to me when you come to Los Angeles. And so then I end up flying out to Los Angeles with the whole album. And so at the end of it, he asked me, what do you think the single should be? And I said, well, what do you think? And that was the moment, the defining moment where he said, I think it should be God Bless the USA. 3 times on 3 different charts in America's history. Yeah. And there were many events that led to that. Of course, the Gulf War, Katrina, the attack on America, and so forth and so on. So we've lived with it long enough to know that it was a good thing that we did.
Yeah, and the emotion is still very, very real for you.
You know,
why is that?
Because I'm a simple farm boy from Sacramento, California, and I'm in high cotton.
And you can't believe you're there. Love that. I love that you appreciate it so much. When you allow yourself to think about that this song is just below the national anthem and God Bless America, it's there. It is such a significant song.
Which I would never raise it above those.
I know you wouldn't, but it truly is there. What does that mean to you?
I have this opportunity, you know, to not only entertain, but make people stand up and be proud of their country.
Now this is a little awkward after we're talking about the emotion of the song, but would it have killed you to said Lakes of Michigan? Lakes of Michigan. Would it have killed you? Half my family's from Michigan. Lakes of Michigan.
There's not enough lakes in Michigan.
You got to hold it out there.
I said Detroit. What do you want?
I'm kidding. Of course, you're in the car with me for Backseat Driver, so I got to ask, will you sing the song for me?
I'm proud to be an American.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you meant now.
This is awkward.
Oh.
I don't want it to be in the car. I've got a perfect spot for it. Perfect venue. You still cool with it?
Oh, yeah.
We're pulling
sure.
up now.
I love Nashville.
All right.
Where are we going?
Yep. Go ahead.
That I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Woo! Attaboy, Lee!
That was fun. You were around. Okay. All right, Dave.